you should experience no fear at any time whatsoever. None. And yet we have a civilization of people who claim to be nominal Christians who lay in a quivering pile, shaking with terror because they're afraid that some fool is going to call them racist, or quaking in fear of the IRS. What the hell is wrong with you people? Seriously. You need to man up. And isn't it pathetic that it's a chick who has to be doing all this? Seriously. Okay, so I was asked to give the background. There was a special request that I tell the story about how I dropped out of high school. Darn right I dropped out of high school. So I'm originally from Leavenworth, Kansas. I'm going to Leavenworth High School. It is an absolute joke. I mean, totally taken over by the NEA and the unions and Marxist. Nobody's being taught anything. And Leavenworth, Kansas it's a suburb of Kansas City, and its main business is prisons. State maximum security prison. When I was there, the federal prison was maximum security, and also the USDB. So it's a huge prison town. So there's a lot of garbage in Leavenworth, human garbage. Lots of drugs, lots of wannabe gangbangers. So I'm going to Leavenworth High School. I haven't learned anything since I was like in the 5th or 6th grade. It's that bad. And I'm there, and I hate it, and I'm miserable, and I'm just, white-knuckling my way through this, and it's awful. And I'm sitting in study hall one day. A girl had just been raped. There had been a series of 3 rapes. One was in the parking lot. There was another one, I can't remember where it was, but it wasn't in the school. A third one had just happened. A girl had been raped inside of the school. The morons had redesigned the school, and they put in these banks of lockers with dead-end blind corners. So as teachers are walking through the halls, they can't see what's going on in these blind corners of these lockers. So this girl's walking through the hall, and some guy pulls her back in there and rapes her during the school day, okay? And I'm just like, this is insanity. So I'm sitting in study hall, and this guy looks at me, and in full voice, in silence, in the study hall, with the teacher sitting about where that chair is. Okay, we're sitting at those round 8-person tables in the cafeteria. The teacher is sitting right there. I'm sitting here. This black guy's sitting right here. He looks at me, and he says, "Bitch, you uptight. You need a good F," except he said the F word in full voice. And I turned, and I looked at the teacher, and he looked at me, and he looked down. And that was it. I walked into the office. Now, bear in mind, my behavioral record is perfection, and I had skipped 2 grades. I was a 15-year-old senior in high school, okay? I'm the kind of person that they should be just, falling all over. I walked to the office and said, "This isn't going to work. I'm finished. I'm not coming here one more day. We're going to have to figure something out. You need to set me up with some sort of a home study thing so I can wrap this up." My gifted teacher was there, amongst some other people, including a counselor or whatever. And my gifted teacher looked at me and she said, "Who in the hell do you think you are?" Proceeded to tell me that I was a princess and that I needed to learn to get along with people. Remember what this guy just said to me. Okay, and when I'm 15, I didn't fully grow until I was about 20. I was probably 5 feet tall and probably about 90 pounds at this point. Okay? This guy sat there, looked at me, and said, "Bitch, you uptight, you need a good F." And I'm the one with the problem. Really. Draw up the papers. I'm dropping out right now. Draw up the papers. I'm going to go get my GED. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start college. How about that? And so I tell the story because if you have any young people in your family that are in a situation like that, these public schools are God-forsaken, literally. They are spewing Marxist agitprop. The culture that the children are exposed to is despicable, and it is borderline child abuse, in my estimation, today in 2012, to be sending children into the public school system. If you've got some good young people in your life who are in the same kind of situation that I was in, there is no shame in dropping out, getting your GED, and going and starting and taking classes and racking up credits. Why not? How many people do you think have ever asked me in my life if I have a high school diploma? Seriously. Really? Is that a question in any of your minds? Well, I wonder if she graduated from high school. Okay? Stop being slaves to this whole paradigm where, oh, you have to get this in such piece of paper. No, you don't. Give them the finger and get out of there. That's what I did. I walked out of there and I turned around and I gave them all the finger. Little Miss Perfect. Oh, the contempt. I mean, can you imagine? Someone comes in, there's been a rape in the school. I come in and say this, and she looks at me and says, you're a princess? Who the hell do you think you are? These people are demented. They're demented. Okay? So I'm just putting that out there. Let me be an example. If anybody has some young people, please follow in my footsteps. Okay? If you need to drop out, drop out.